Hello and welcome back. This is Steve at Bucks Coins and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the third instalment of the Great British Isles Wildlife Collection. A set of 10p's from Jersey. It's Jersey or Guernsey? Oh, Guernsey, sorry. A set of 10p's from Guernsey. This is the third, I believe, of 4 sets that they're bringing out. These are the 8 coins. We have a Stag Beetle, we have an Emperor Dragonfly, we have a white-tailed Bumble Bee, we have a Grasshopper, we have the 7-spotted Ladybird, and we have a, what is it, a Hawthorn Shield Bug. That's one I've not heard of before. I've heard of all the others. So, how do they come? Well, they come in these. The first one is the Stag Beetle. Let's get that one. Got it there? There we go, Stag Beetle. Let me bring you in. Perhaps a bit more if we can. There we go. We have a Stag Beetle. These are all 10p coins. If we go to the reverse, we can see they are from Guernsey, from this year, 2021. It's the JC portrait. Sorry, an IRB portrait. I do beg your pardon. It's an IRB portrait on these coins. They're from Guernsey, and this is the first of the 6. This is a Stag Beetle. On the last set of coins we had a hell of a problem with them being not properly manufactured. There were markings over them, they were poorly minted, and I had to send mine back originally, and I got a second set that was acceptable. These are, I believe, BU rather than, these are, sorry, UN, uncirculated rather than brilliantly uncirculated. It's to do with the striking and the way that they're struck. These are not struck to a brilliantly uncirculated level. They're only uncirculated. There are a few minor things that I'd have liked to have seen put right, but they're nowhere near as bad as the second set was the first time that we saw it. The Stag Beetle itself fills the coin, which is a great excuse me, asthma, which is a great large area in which they have it has been shown. These Stag Beetles, they are very territorial and they fight for their area. They have been known to use their front pincer type things and claws to lift up opposing males and flip them onto their backs, which is very dangerous for a beetle, but this is what they do. They are usually found in felled trees, whether that be felled through wind or rain and erosion, or whether felled through thinning of trees. They will use the rotten wood as their breeding ground and the way that they're performing in what they perform in. As I say, they are quite an aggressive creature for something quite so small. Nice coin, I do like that coin. Let's just put it back into its folder. The next one along is one of the nicer coins of this particular set, and it's again 10 pence in value, and it's a white-tailed bumblebee. I think this one, I have seen a coloured version of this one and it was unbelievable. It really did stand out. This one though, I'm quite happy with. You can clearly see the design of the coin and the design of the animal, and you can actually see, if you look really close up, you can actually see like the fur on the bumblebee. I do like this one, and my hope would be that these bumblebees, which are essential for us because they pollinate trees and plants and such like, they continue to go from strength to strength, and that they that we can breed them so that they can withstand all the rigours they're going through at the moment, because there are other bees that try and take over their ground and try and take over their nests, etc, etc. So let's hope our native bumblebee can be better looked after. The third one along the top is the 7-spotted ladybird, and if you look quite on the shell of the ladybird itself, you can clearly see the 7 spots. And if you look closely, all of the mandibles and all of the legs are quite clearly seen. This is I quite like this coin. It's well struck in the sense that you can make out all the details, and I'm very happy about it. Oh, get you back in there. Can you see that now? We've got the 7 spots on the shield, on the wings, on the wing casings. We have all the legs, the mandible part at the top here, and the smaller legs at the front. Very well distinguished made coin, you know, in the sense that you can see what what the coin is all about, and it's one of the better one. This set of 6 compared to some of the others is really good on the close-up detail. I'm quite impressed with that compared to what the other ones have been like. This one, the next one is the Emperor Dragonfly. This one again, you got the 10pence, you got the name of it there, and all the way along the wings you can see the cells, individual cells on the wings, and you can see like the on the tail area they've got like a marking that's almost like it's marking out its spine or whatever. That's the tail there. It looks very good on these coins. You have to look quite closely, but as I said, this insect set actually on close inspection is probably one of the better sets I've seen of the 3 sets that I've seen. I'm very happy with these, apart from the slight marking on the outside rim. The next one is actually the last one of the set, but I'm going to bring it in next because I want to end on the grasshopper. This is our friend the Hawthorn Shield Bug. This I know absolutely nothing about. I hadn't even heard of this particular animal. I knew there were bugs that lived in hawthorn trees and hawthorn bushes, but I've never seen one, and I certainly didn't know it by that name. This one is probably the least distinct of all of the 6 in the way that it's actually there. You can actually see the detail, but it isn't as good as the other coins, in my opinion. You do have detail there if you hold it in the right position in the light, but it's not as pronounced as it is on the Bumblebee or on the Ladybird or the Dragonfly, for instance. So yes, if you hold it in the right light it looks absolutely fantastic, but if you don't, it's not as clear. You have to hold it at the right angle. But again, I don't know, maybe my feelings are being coloured, or my emotions are being coloured, because I don't recognise that insect at all. However, we're going to leave on one where I used to, as a child, chase these things round the local fields. They are the cricket, or the meadow grasshopper. Huge back legs, which are at this end. They go up and then they go right the way back down. They're very, very powerful. Their jump and their leap is huge. I can remember thinking I caught hold of one and it flying above my head and over and way out of my reach. It used to drive me nuts, but I had great fun doing it, chasing them and trying to capture them. And then once we caught them, you know, within a couple of hours of catching them, we released them. Brilliant animals. If you've ever seen them, we used to, you know, feed them grasses and what have you, and they used to take it, and you could see the mandibles at the front chewing at the front, and it was quite amazing. I remember doing that as a kid, and I had no end of fun watching them eating these grasses, and what a weird child I must have been. Anyway, grasshopper, one of my favourite ones, simply because of the memories that he brings back. I do love the way, I do like the face of these grasshoppers. They seem so totally, yeah, whatever life brings, I don't care, I'm going to be brilliant at it. It's fantastic. I love these. I used to love chasing them and catching them. So, let me just bring this up and let's zoom out. Oops, the other way. Zoom out. These are the 6 coins. Across the top you've got the Stag Beetle, the white-tailed butterfly, Bumble Bee, the 7-spotted Ladybird, and then on the bottom row the Dragonfly, the Emperor Dragonfly, the Grasshopper, and the one that I don't recognise at all, the Hawthorn Shield Bug. Overall, of the 3 sets, having seen this one now, this has got to be my favourite set. The detail on it is good. You can actually see the detail on the coins, which on the others is not as clear on the other 2 sets. And of the 3, as I say, of the 3 sets, this is definitely my favourite of the 3. There are still some problems with these coins in the fact that you do have marking around the rim of the coin on the side on both sides. This is a little bit annoying. You'd have thought after the last set was so heavily criticised that they'd have put this right, but they haven't quite achieved it yet. There is a 4th set of these. I'm not sure what the 4th set's going to be based around, but I look forward to seeing it, and hopefully it will be as good as this set. Now, when you bought this set and got yourself the first lot of 6, you were given this folder. To house these nine pocket leaves in. So far we have 18 coins. They started off with the original wildlife set, which was the countryside. and it included badger, a hare, red fox, the red squirrel, the fallow deer and the hedgehog. The second set was the coastal animals. This was a common dolphin, the guillemot, the puffin, the gannet, the herring gull and the common seal. And this third and last set, it's not the final one, it's the last one that's been released, is the one that we've just described, which is the Stag Beetle, the white-tailed Bumble Bee, the Ladybird, the Emperor Dragonfly, the Grasshopper and the Hawthorn Shield Bug. Overall, of the three sets, as I say, this last insect one was my favourite one so far, although I'm quite partial to the red squirrel. I do like that particular coin. These, I think, overall, I'm happy. Do I think they could be better? Yes. I think the quality control still needs to be improved, although it's a lot better than it was on the second set. So overall I'm happy, although I do think there's still room for improvement on the presentation side and the way that the coins have been minted, because I don't believe they have been minted to the highest standard possible. I feel there's something to be left desired about the way that they've been produced. However, having said that, that ends this review and my moan. So, if you're having a hunt, I hope you have a successful one and you find the coins that you're looking for. If you're buying coins from wherever you're buying them from, I hope that you buy the coins, you can get the coins that you want for the price you want to pay. If you've come back to this site and you've enjoyed this particular video, please give me the thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything and it will help my videos get out to a wider audience. And if you haven't yet subscribed and you're a returner, or even if you're somebody who's brand new, please think about subscribing, because I would love to have you along for the rest of my journey through coins, banknotes and all the other bits and pieces that I may include over the next few years. So until we meet up again, which I hope will be very shortly on this channel, bye bye for now. Ta-da.